Hello everyone. Let us solve problem P of AtCoder regular contest 110. In this problem, we have a bigger string which is made up of repeated 110. This is the first time, this is the second time, and it has been repeated 10 to the power 10 times. And you are given a string and you have to find how many times it is appearing in this bigger string. For example, if I'll ask you how many times this 0 is appearing here. So for the first time it is appearing here, second time here, and then 10 to the power 10 time here. Correct? But for 1 the scenario will be different. How many times 1 appearing? So if I consider this as a single block and there are 10 to the power 10 blocks. So in each block it is appearing 2 times. So it will be 2 times the number of blocks. How many times 1 is appearing? You can quickly say it is 10 to the power 10. What about 010? So if you look at this bigger string here, you won't be able to find 010 together. So the number of times it is appearing in the bigger string is 0. Okay. Yeah. So these are simple examples, but in the problem the string can be of length 10, 20, 30, anything. And you have to find out how many times it is appearing in the bigger string. So we'll consider these two scenarios separately, that when it is of length 1 and for 0 it will be 10 to the 10 and for 1 it is this. Now let us consider all the scenarios in which the string has at least length 2. So if you take any substring from this bigger string of at least 2 length, for example, if I take 10110, this string, this I can take from the bigger string, right? From here 101 then 10. So I'll say this is of type 101 because I can make this bigger string, this string, using 101 repeatedly. But the last time it may not be consumed completely, like here only 10 came here, right? Similarly, if I take this 110, 110, right? So I can say this is made up of 110, or this is of type this 110. And one scenario will be this. So this is of type 011. So whatever the substring you pick from here of at least 2 length, it will be of one of these type. Now we have our input string given to us, which is S, and we have to find out how many times it is appearing in this bigger string. So it will be either of these 4 types. This string will fall into one of the 4 scenarios. Either it is of type 101, or it is of type 110, or it is of type 011, or it is none of them. None. So if this string is none of these 3, in that case the answer will be 0, because we know that any string that is coming from this or that is available in this will be of one of these three forms. And if your string is not one of these three forms, in that case it is not possible to find that string s in the bigger string. So the answer will be 0 if it is none of them. Now let us consider these three scenarios one by one. I will discuss one of the scenario and similarly you can repeat rest of them. So let us take this scenario 1 0 1. But before that, let me bring the bigger string here for understanding it properly. So we have the bigger string 110 which was repeated 10 to the power 10 times. First time, then second time, then third time, and the last is 10 to the power 10 times, right? And we know that our given string s is 101 type. 101 type means it will start from here, right? And it will go somewhere till here. And say the length of the string is n. So length from here till here will be n, right? And I have this block 1, block 2, block 3, this block 10 to the power 10. So if I can find out that how many blocks are involved to make this string s of type 101, how many blocks are involved? Say k blocks are involved. K blocks are involved, right? So using the first k blocks, you will find one string, one occurrence. Now you'll start from here, second blocks, then again you will find the second occurrence. Then from here you'll find the third occurrence, and so on. And if number of blocks involved are say k, 1, 2, 3, k to cover this string n. So in that case, the total number of occurrences of the string s in the bigger string will be this 10 to the power 10 minus k plus 1. Now the next part is to find out this k, that how many blocks are included for this string s of length n. So if you look at this string, it is starting from 1 0. So the first block is this, and then if the whole length is n and you have already taken 2 length here, now from starting from here you have the length will be n minus 2, starting from here n minus 2, and here already one block is taken. So out of n minus 2, each block will consist of 3 items, 3 3 3. So you have to figure out how many blocks will be there. So it is simply n minus 2 by 3, and you will take the ceiling because you want the block will be either complete or not complete, right? So if you are stopping here, you will take this whole area, right? Yeah, so for this is the value of k, or rather number of blocks for the string s of length n, and for this type 101. So for 101, the k is 1 plus n minus 2 by 3. Now similarly for 110, it is straightforward because it is starting from here. It will be n by 3, ceiling of n by 3. And for the last scenario, 0, 1, 1 starting from here. So it will be 1 plus n minus 1 by 3 ceiling. So for these three, you know the value of k. And if you know the value of k, you know the number of times it is appearing in the bigger string, which is this. Now let us look at the code. I have already written the code over here. I will walk you through this. I will take this here for reference. So I'll start from here. In the first two lines, we are taking the input, the string s and its length. Then we have stored the number of blocks we have, which is 10 to the power 10 in this variable answer. Now we are handling this scenario separately when n is equal to 1, which is basically these two which I mentioned in the beginning. That if it is of length 1 and the character is 0, so in that case the answer will be 10 to the power 10. That is answer, because I have stored 10 to the 10 here. And for 1 it is 2 into 10 to the power 10, 2 times answer, correct? Now I have 3 string to represent the type. So I am representing type 1 as 110, 101 is type 2, 011 is type 3. Here the ordering may be different. Here the ordering are different and here it is different. So don't get confused with the ordering. So first I'm checking, is the given string type is of type 110? If it is, find the value of k using the formula that I have described here. So type 1, if it is of type 1, which is 110, and for 110, if you look here, the formula is n by 3 ceiling. So I'm using n by 3 ceiling. And for type 2, which is 101, the formula is 1 plus n minus 2, 1 plus n minus 2 by 3 ceiling. Similarly, for the last scenario, it is this, correct? But if it is of neither, if your string is neither of these three types, in that case, you will check and you will print the answer 0, right? Otherwise, the answer will be this 10 to the power 10 minus k plus 1, which we have written over here, and we just need the k, and we have calculated k here. The only thing left is checking the type, whether string s is of type t1 or not. So there is a function I have written, type check. I will pass the string, the input string, and this one of these three, and it will tell you whether it is of that type or not. So how it is working? So you have bigger string like this, and say the type is 101. So what this code will do, it will repeat this 101, 101, and compare. If at any point it is not equal, it will say it is of not this type. So if you see here, so this string is not of type 101, because when I repeated 101, here it is a mismatch. Here 1 and 0 mismatch. And I'm not repeating this. Instead, you can use the modulo logic to keep repeating this. And if it is matching at all the places, in that case, you have find the right type. You will return true. Yeah, this is of type this. Okay. Yeah, so that's it for this video. Thank you for watching.